And so we're in Eyemouth Harbour. Came up yesterday, no winds. We had to motor all the way. That was until we got here. And then there was a bit of wind. But by then the sails were packed away and it was the last mile to motor in. It's a working harbour, a few yachts moored at that side. We're on visitors side. The main town is across there. We had a meal at a pub round the corner there yesterday, can't remember the name, but lovely meal, very welcome. Tricky little entrance, very narrow, 17 metre wide is the entrance, and it's quite busy with wind farm traffic.
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
I have one pontoon for visitors, which with 4 boats on, 4 yachts on, is actually full. So be prepared to raft up if you come in here. So down beyond the wind farm building is the exit. So going out, just keep turning left. And this is the way up to the boatyard. And there we have another boat come out of the boatyard, going down the cut. And they've just lifted the bridge at the far end. Some really fierce folded rocks down here. And on Wednesday our direction is straight over there. So it's just gone 5 o'clock Wednesday morning. In about an hour we'll be on the way to head up to Arbroath. We just have the yacht to move at the side of us, and then we can slip out. And they've just woke up. Now, how we were moored in Eyemouth was, we were there. We had a yacht behind us, we had a yacht in front of us, we had another yacht here, and we had one rafted up alongside us. We talked to these people and they'd said no problem, they would be up at 5, ready for us to move. Now, the wind was coming from this direction, the flow was in this direction, we were taking the ebb tide out, so the flow was in this direction. We were moored with just a stern line, and we put a spring line on the bow with a rustler's hitch. So the plan was they would move out of the way, I would release the stern line, I would go gently into forward against this spring, which would bring our stern out, aided by the wind and the flow, and Janet would just pull the release end of the rustler's hitch, and away we would go. And so phase 1 of the plan operated with German efficiency. Our neighbours were a German couple sailing, and they were bang on the tide, dropping their lines and moving away. Okay, I'm going to release the stern and go forward when you're ready, okay? So, phase 2 of the plan. Could the Brits do it? Stern's off. Yeah. And there goes the rustler's hitch, and out we slip. Wow. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Let's just talk quickly about the weather on the day. We were leaving with expecting gusts up to 25 knots, with a constant wind between sort of 16 and 19 knots, which would have been okay, and a sea state with wave heights of 1 metre to 1.5 metres. So that was what we were anticipating. Yes, as we set off from Eyemouth, winds were okay. We set the sails. I set the main with 2 reefs, and we had probably half the Genoa hours.
I can feel it.
Then, as we left St Abbs Head, we could feel the wind strengthening a bit, but still we were only recording 20 knots, and yes, we were heeled, and the sea state was picking up a little bit. So we were starting to really feel the wind now and the waves, and we weren't halfway. Thought did briefly cross my mind, should we turn back? But it was only briefly because, well, the problem was in this sort of sea state, how are you going to turn back safely? It was did a rapid assessment and said no, safer to carry on. We would shortly be at the halfway point, so it was a case of carry on, and we will get into the shelter of the Angus coastline. When I say shortly, the crossing of the Forth itself would take us about 4 hours. So shortly is another matter in sail. So we'd lost the port side sheet for the Genoa. I had to go get it because if that had gone underneath the boat, that could have been a real disaster because it would have possibly fouled the prop. It was a battle out there. I didn't really want to have to do it, but yeah, you know, needs must. Got back in nice and safe. Been a little bit tired, but it was a break from the helm. The reason we pulled the Genoa in is that the wind had shifted a little bit, and also we were getting blown a bit off course, and I couldn't pull us in. The wind was just taking us closer and closer to the wind farm. So we decided to pull the Genoa in, run under power to work our way back against the wind and the swell and the waves. You know what it's like when things start to go wrong on anything. You get one thing after another. I was just settling down and calming back down after fighting the wind and the bucking boat. It was like a bucking bronco. Janet said there's an alarm. She could hear an alarm going on. What she thought was an alarm, which meant I had to fight my way forward again, and this time go down below, which is not a place you want to go really when the boat's heeling around and swinging here, there and everywhere. So sorry I didn't get the journey into Arbroath Harbour. I ran out of memory on the cameras. Anyway, we had some fun because we couldn't drop the sail. The winch didn't work, and then so I had to pull the sail down by hand, and it wouldn't feed on. So we came in with the sail bagged up or dangling on the deck on the starboard side, which meant we had to turn and come in and go port side. So this morning it's been a case of trying to find out why the winch didn't work. Now, halfway across the Firth of Forth, we heard what we thought was an alarm, which was a bit odd. And I couldn't see what was going on. I couldn't find it. I went in below decks. I had the floor plate up. We had a little bit of water in the bilge, but not a lot. Pumped it out. Anyway, this morning I've been going through and investigating, and what I found is this is the main isolator for the anchor winch, but it also controls the main winch for the mainsail. Oh, terminals come off. What we think has happened, because I put another isolator on, I pinched it off the bow thruster for this morning just to do some tests, and I've just ordered a couple, one to fit and one as a spare. What we think happened is the anchor winch started operating, and it looks like because of the rough seas that has shorted out the foot switch for the anchor winch up on the bow, and the alarm was actually the anchor winch screaming, and so it burnt out this isolator switch. Didn't burn the fuses, but burnt the isolator switch out, and that's why we then couldn't drop the mainsail. So we're back working again on there. I say I've robbed another isolator off the bow thruster, and we'll have to wait until everything is delivered. Should come tomorrow, and then I can fit it. I think we're going to be in Arbroath though for a few days, because we want to try and hit a different weather window now. Anyway, it was an adventurous crossing. Thanks for watching us. Please do like, share and subscribe to see more sailing on Baroo, on Water Cruising on Ava Grace and Baroo's channel.